The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, man. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Start out by saying, guys, sorry I didn't have a space last night. Kind of got called in the corporate office, so kind of had some business to take care of over there, so didn't get a chance to open up a space last night. But you know, sometimes business is business and we got to take care of business, and we don't always get a chance to open up things when it comes to business. So that's why we didn't have a space last night, guys. I was tied up a corporate office doing some stuff and taking care of business, but you know, we'll be back at it. Don't worry, no worries. But definitely happy Wednesday, guys, man. I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everything is going smooth for everybody. Definitely got some stuff to cover this morning on this Wednesday. Get everybody up and moving, and making sure that the stream itself is good, and the markets, we go over these markets and make sure everything's rolling, man. This Wednesday just seems like everything's trading sideways. There's not a lot of action going on back and forth. I mean, some tokens are moving, some aren't. A lot of sideways action on the charts, but overall, it seems like everything's just kind of staying steady. Which right now, staying steady is not a bad thing. Everybody talks about staying steady as, you know, oh my God, this is boring. Sometimes you have to get through the boring to get to the upward movement. We had a big move to the upside in fourth quarter of 2023. So now we got to just kind of like trade sideways to build that next leg up. And that's kind of where we're at as a market in general, as a whole, in cryptocurrency. So definitely not a bad thing for us to be trading sideways a little bit for a little while. I actually welcome it, appreciate it, to get to that next move up. So let's go ahead and look at these markets, guys. Let's go ahead and look at these markets. Got the Asian market. It did pretty good last night. It actually closed this morning. It closed pretty well. Not bad. Good morning, Mr. P. How are you? Good morning, my man Selmo. How are you, brother? How are you? Hope you're doing well, man. Mr. P, man. I see you up in here doing your thing, man. Always a supporter, man. You and Selmo, love you guys, man. But yeah, definitely the Asian markets did their thing yesterday. They closed probably the best out of all three that we're going to look at, right? European markets are blood red this morning. They opened up definitely just blood red today. In the United States pre-markets, they don't look too far behind. The Dow doesn't look good. The S&P doesn't look good. And the NASDAQ is flipping in between this green and red. So it doesn't look great either. Seiko Hunt, wake up, baby. Wake up. Give it 120, man. How are you, man? Good morning, my brother. So yeah, the markets in general don't look good. I mean, the Asian market, like I said, man, it had a strong night. European market just blood red, man, this morning. And our pre-markets, they don't look good. Uber came in, they beat estimates. CVS beat estimates. So people are beating their estimates, but the markets themselves, they just don't look good this morning. Coinbase sitting at 119, definitely took a step backwards from where it was. Minus 2.4, about 2.4%, $2.49, about 2.2% down from yesterday. Just definitely doesn't look good. Market doesn't look good going into the morning. We'll see what happens as the morning unfolds, but definitely not opening up with a strong market. And if the European market's any sign to where the United States market's going today, it's definitely going down. Definitely going down. Um, so moving on over here to the cryptocurrency market, guys. Look at this, man. We got market cap $1.65 trillion, exactly almost sideways from where we've been. There's really been no movement to the upside, no movement to the downside. Timski, what's up, my brother? My brother, Junior. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody, smash that like button on your way in. Too. Make sure you take care of that. Make sure you smash that like button on your way in, guys. But definitely this market cap sitting at about 1.67 trillion. Definitely trading sideways, man. Just kind of hanging out in between this 1.65, 1.67 trillion, man. Definitely. Just kind of hanging out, right? Nothing really too big. Like I said, some projects are moving, some projects are just trading sideways, but the market in general is just trading sideways, man. It's just kind of hanging. We're just kind of hanging out right now. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 56, which is in neutral. We've been in neutral for a little while, so it's not unnormal for us to be in neutral. We probably are going to sit in neutral, probably all the way up until the halving. We may have a couple of days where we dip out of neutral and move up a little bit, but we'll probably dip right back into neutral. Nothing, no big movement here. So coming on down here to the coins, guys. Bitcoin's 52,911. It's been trading between 42,800 and about 50 up to 43,000, somewhere in that area for like 2 days now. It's just been kind of bouncing off them two areas right there. It seems like once it gets up to 43,100, it just gets kicked. It gets kicked right back down into these 42,000 mark. It just cannot break that 43,000 43,300 mark. Got in my first sold play yesterday. Hell yeah, Selmo. Hell yeah, man. With BlackRock Inc. Okay, you got in. I thought you were already in that, brother. I thought you were already in that. I came out yesterday. Got in super early. Up to 1.4 mil. Okay. Got in and got out. You got in and got out. Yo, man, I love playing on Solana, man, but we got some Solana news, man. Solana has issues, man, and we'll talk about this. They went down, man. Their blockchain went down for a while, man, and this was the whole. We'll get to Solana. BNB's hanging in there. Solana's right here, sitting at 95.29 right here. Jupiter on Jupiter on a. We'll get to Jupiter too, man. We'll get to Jupiter. Doc, good morning, Doc. But Solana had an outage, right? Good morning, Doc, man. I hope you're doing well, brother. I hope you're doing well. But Solana had an outage, and this was Solana's issue during the last bull run. It couldn't maintain its blockchain without having outages, right? And we thought that the whole bear market, that Solana was fixing these outages. They were fixing it. They were fixing the blockchain. They were upgrading the blockchain. They were doing all this stuff, right? And as you see the increase in volume tick up on Solana, what happened? They had an outage, right? So hopefully that this is just a one-off. Hopefully that this doesn't continue. If these outages continue on Solana, what you've seen during the last bull market is everybody shifted away from Solana because Solana's blockchain was unstable with these outages. So hopefully that they fix these things, because if Solana becomes unstable again and can't hold this traffic, people are going to start shifting away from Solana and start building on other blockchains. And that's exactly what happened during the last bull run. They just could not maintain the volume over there, with the infrastructure they had. And we thought that this was all fixed. So, hopefully this is a one-off, right? Hopefully this is something that happened. I mean, every blockchain goes through an outage, but Solana has a reputation now of having a number of outages, and hopefully they get that fixed. There's, I had an article about that, but we'll just kind of talk about it now. Is like, if they don't fix that and these outages happen even more frequently, then people are just going to start scrapping their Solana projects, moving them over to other blockchains. Because if you can't trade because of an outage, then you're in trouble, because that's no token movement on the token side. There's no volume on Solana, which means the token price is going to drop on Solana, and you just become unreliable. And you see it in the price right here. When that outage happened, they took a dip, and they're down to $95.25. They took that dip, they took that hit, and another outage, they're going to take another hit, right? So you can see the effects of their outages, that it has on the token price. I mean, this thing's probably $7 off of where it was before their outage happened. So right around $5 to $7 off of where it was. So, this thing, Solana's got to come on, man. These outages, I mean, they have a reputation now. And if that reputation continues, they're going to have a problem over there. They got to find a way to deal with the volume. They wanted all of these meme coins to launch over there. In order for that to be successful, you've got to find a way to deal with the traffic. And it doesn't, like I said, hopefully this is a one-off. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Like I said, every blockchain has an outage from time to time, but Solana just has a reputation of having a lot of outages. XRP sitting at 50 cents, guys. Just kind of trading sideways, kind of hanging out. We got to wait for some big news on how they're going to roll out the United States payment system. I think once that's fully developed, you'll see a run in XRP. But right now, everybody's just waiting for the details and time frames, right? That's what investors like, details and time frames. I think once we get them, we're going to see this thing move a little bit. AVAX sitting at 34.18. Definitely had a nice move to the upside over the past couple 24 hours, 34.17. I really like Avalanche. The more and more I'm looking into Avalanche, the more and more I'm kind of doing my research on Avalanche, the more and more I actually like Avalanche, right? So definitely something I own a little bit of, but I probably will up my position, because my assumption is if Solana falls down and they can't maintain this volume due to their outage, a lot of it's going to AVAX. That's kind of my play there. That's kind of what I think is going to happen. We'll see though. We'll see. Right now, Solana's whooping that butt. Dogecoin comes back up and takes his number 10 spot back. As Link starts to pull back right here, Chainlink starts to pull back to 18.29. People taking profits. This was normal. This thing was running, man. It was up 30-something%. In a week, it dropped down to 16.6%. People taking profits, right? So that's to be expected, but they're setting a new price point right around this $18.25. We're up to that $18.50 range, setting a new support level. So definitely. But Dogecoin comes up and takes that number 10 spot back. These two can sit here and fight it out all they want. I own both of them, so go ahead and fight it out. I'll be the winner of that, right? Polkadot, sitting at $6.71. Definitely sitting at number 13, one to watch as they roll out their upgrade. Good morning, Ken. Good morning, my brother. As they roll out their upgrade, I think that this price is just going to go up. My nephew Bernie was in here talking about this thing a couple months ago. I started to do my research on it, started to really look into it, started to really find out what that upgrade was going to do, and then I started throwing some money at it. So definitely one that I got my eye on, because I think that upgrade's gonna be something massive. Matic sitting at 79 cents, just trading sideways. It's kind of just like XRP, right? You're just waiting for something to break, right? The difference here is XRP has news that's going to break, right? It has this news that's coming out that they're going to roll out the United States cross-border payment solutions on Ripple, utilizing XRP as the payment token and settlement provider, right? So they have news that's going to break, right? We're just waiting for it, right? You haven't heard a lot from Matic. There's no real big news. There's no real big news that's going to break. Everything's just kind of sitting silent over here at Matic, which definitely is not a good thing. And you look at the big run up for Matic, they've had a couple meme projects that launched over there, brought them volume. But as far as a blockchain itself, there's not a ton of news over here that's going to break this price out, right? So, which is a little scary for Matic right now. They're teetering on the edge, right? Where all the rest of these blockchains are kind of starting to rise up. You got right now you got Solana rising, you got AVAX rising, you got Polkadot rising, you have Chainlink rising, and Matic's just kind of sitting there, not really doing much. And it's a little, they're in that catch-22 of whether or not they're actually going to make that big run, or whether or not they're going to lose market share. So crucial time for Matic. They got to come out with something. And I only say that because a lot of these tokens that we talk about in the top 25, top 50, during the bull run, they're not going to be here, right? You have to bring something to the table in order to keep your spots. Internet computer. I keep telling you guys, I think this thing's oversold. It was last time we talked, it was at like $12.20, 30 cents. It's coming down to $11.92. I still think that there's more downside in internet computer. I just think that I think the project is strong. I just think it's oversold at this price right here. And we'll see how it shakes out. Maybe me waiting on it, I lose out, but I'm willing to take that chance. It's just oversold to me. Shiba Inu drops down to the number 18 spot. But Bone actually had a good day. So we'll look at that in a minute. But definitely, we're looking at some strong currencies here. XLM continues to trade sideways at 10 cents. Again, XLM's getting ready to roll out their system where they're getting ready to launch contracts on XLM, kind of like your ERC20s with Sorban. We'll see how that affects the price. I think it's going to have a positive effect on the price, and I think that people are actually going to start rolling out some meme coins over here because it's so cheap to trade. So you can trade basically with one XLM. So it's going to cost you about 10 cents to trade over there, which is absolutely phenomenally cheap, right? When are you going to get in and out of projects with about 10 to 11 cents, right? So we'll see what happens, right? They're another one that's teetering right there on the edge where they have to come out with something or they're going to lose their spot. Caspa sitting at 10 cents right now. Caspa, I think the upside to Caspa sitting at 37 is number 37 here. It's definitely huge upside here. It's getting ready to go into its first bull run cycle, which is the most important cycle because that's all the hype cycle. And then when you go into somewhat like Chainlink, who's getting ready to go into their second cycle, that's all about development, right? And then your third cycle is all about adoption, right? But Caspa is getting ready to go into the first cycle of the bull run, which means it's all hype, right? It's all hype for Caspa right now. So I think they're going to make a major move to the top here pretty soon. I think that right now, out of the top 30, out of the top 40 tokens, I think Caspa right now, for me, and this is just my opinion, is going to bring the biggest returns. Because I think it's going to go from like 37 to like 15, somewhere up in that area. I think it's going to have that big of a run. Crow sitting at 8 cents, 8.1. Again, trading sideways, right? Just kind of hanging, trading sideways, doing what it's doing. Again, I keep saying it every day. Kronos needs a meme coin to launch over there to send that blockchain, right? You got to send that blockchain. You got to start launching some stuff. I know the developers over there at Kronos, they like to keep everything tight. They like to keep everything, close to the best. But sometimes you gotta embrace meme coins, and that's what they need to do. I got a question for everybody. What is this DYM? I have no idea what this project is. I have no idea why it's up 42.8%, but this thing is absolutely killing it this morning over the past 24 hours. I don't even know what this project is, man. Um, and I've never even done a bit of research into this thing. Don't know why it's sitting at 42% up right now. So if anybody in the chat has any idea why this thing is up 42.8%, go ahead and type it in the chat. And what the hell does it do? What the hell does it do? Dynamic. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. DYM, Ken. I have no idea. I have no idea what it does. Is it a blockchain? Is it a meme coin? Is it a utility coin? I have no idea what it does. I don't know why it's up 40 something percent. It was sitting at $6 right here at looks like at a high. It's sitting at $5.79 now. Had it down, it traded sideways for a long time and then looked like it wanted to take off again. But I have no idea what the hell it does, man. Live, never heard of it. Yeah, I never heard of it either, man. I have no idea. No website, no website, just contract. Well, that's a little odd when you think, Ken. That's a little odd, right? But whatever they're doing, they're freaking killing it, right? Like this, I mean, they're killing this right now. No freaking idea what's going on, but it doesn't look like it's anything new. It looks like it's been out for a minute. I mean, they were sitting over here at $6, and then they traded sideways and took a nice run up. I don't know anything about it, man. I wish we could sit here and talk about and celebrate it being up 43%, but I can't celebrate. I can't celebrate something I don't know anything about. Look at Jupe, sitting up over here 2%, making a run this hour. EHEX up 0.7%, making a run this hour. Market doesn't look great, guys. There's a lot of red in here. Starting to fill in green though. When I woke up this morning, this whole thing was down. So, but that was early. Pump and dump. Junior, probably, man. Probably, brother. Not something I would jump in when it's up 40% anyways. Like I wouldn't buy that green candle, right? But yeah, I mean the market is starting to fill in a little bit green. Look at Caspa up 1%. A little green. When I woke up this morning, like I was saying, this thing was completely red. Like that we didn't have hardly any green except for this DYM here. So it's starting to come around a little bit. But definitely not on a moonshot today. I can tell you that. But definitely looks halfway decent. It looks like we'll trade sideways again today, maybe. So let's come on over here. Let's get into some of this. Some of these tokens that we talk about on a daily. Bone had a nice run yesterday. It went from 50 something cents up to 60, up to 60 cents. 60 cents. It looks pretty good. It put a nice daily green candle here. It actually looks good. I don't, Shibarium, I don't know if they got something coming out. I don't know if they don't have something coming out. What's going on? Kind of took a back seat to the whole Shibarium thing until they actually have major news. But Bone had a nice little run yesterday. GME, guys, let's talk about GameStop over there on Solana, right? Something that we don't usually talk about over here on this channel, but let's talk about it, man. This thing is absolutely performing well, right? When you look at it since launch, it had a massive launch. Couple 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 or 5 days of sell-off, and then another massive run to the top. Yesterday, I put on a red candle, but this thing is absolutely performing great over there on Solana. You're looking at it sitting at about a penny. Penny right now. It looks like it launched right around 203. So it's almost sitting at a 10x. If it gets to 3 cents, it'll be at a 10x. But this thing is absolutely moving, man. It's absolutely moving. They're doing well over here. They're doing well over there at GameStop on Solana. I haven't not personally invested in GameStop, but it's one of these projects on Solana that we talk about so many pump and dumps. We talk about these projects that just are here for a week and gone. This one's actually been around for longer than a week and actually had a positive move to the upside and continues that move to the upside. So definitely a project that I have on my watch list that I'm going to be watching and making sure that if there's an opportunity for me to get in, probably right up in here, I'm right around that. If it goes back and goes to 207, 209, I'll probably jump in that. About time. I'm still holding SHIB, but tired of it. I sold my SHIB, Ken. We talked about it. I sold my SHIB. I sold my SHIB. I sold my bone. I had to, as that Shibarium launch came out, and they basically botched that whole thing. I knew that there was going to be a constant down run on SHIB. So I sold my SHIB. I'll buy back in the SHIB. Just because I think SHIB just always looks good in my wallet, so doesn't Doge. I mean, they're staples. You gotta have them, right? Like so I'll buy back in. I'm waiting. I think Bone's going to go down to 30 cents. So I'm kind of waiting for that 30 to 40 cent mark. I'm clocking in. All right, Junior, man, have a great day, man. Have a great day. Have a great day, my brother. So I think Bone's got a lot of sell pressure in it. I think they'll fumble Shibarium a couple more times before they actually get it right. So I think it's gonna go down to 30 cents. I could be wrong. But we'll see. If it goes down to that 40 cent, 40 cent range, I'll start to buy back into Bone a little bit. And then if it goes down to the 30, I'll go heavy again and probably sell it. Right around 60 to 70 cents. And probably sell it right around 60 to 70 cents, somewhere up in there. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes, right? SHIB's teetering on the edge right now. It's the worst thing SHIB did was try to launch out a whole bunch of utilities. Should have just been a meme coin, And you notice SHIB didn't have any negative price. It didn't have any negative sentiment to it until they started to launch all these utilities, and they fumbled them because the team they're not utility people, they're meme coin people. Yeah, I sold Bone, but something told me to hold on to SHIB. Yeah, I got rid of them both, Ken, like I said, but I'll definitely buy into SHIB. Right now I'm buying into Doge. Here's the thing. I think Doge, SHIB, and Pepe all have a 10x in them in a bull run. I think that's about where you're going to top off with them. You're not going to get any higher than that. But I think all three of them tokens have a 10x in them during the bull run, without a doubt. But yeah, GameStop, guys, one to watch here, guys. These guys are actually performing pretty well over here on Shibarium. 100% agree. Yeah, they're just staples, right, Ken? So people are going to come back. They're going to buy into them. And with Pepe being available on so many exchanges, I think people are going to buy that as well. Along with Bonk, don't sleep on Bonk over there on the Solana blockchain either. I think given the fact that they're on all the most of the tier one exchanges, you're going to see Bonk make a run during the bull run as well. But definitely the three that I think has a 10x in them just a 10x left in them are SHIB, Doge, and Pepe. I think them three got that. They got that 10x left. We'll see. We'll see what Bonk does in the bull. I think Bonk will 10x as well, but we'll see. We'll see. But the top three are right there. But yeah, GameStop, guys, one to watch over here on the Solana blockchain. Cheapest hell to trade over here too, guys. I think the last Solana trade I put in cost me like 30 cents, right? It was nothing. What's going on, brother? Good morning, good morning, good morning. It was literally nothing to trade over here. So here's the thing that I'm enjoying about trading on Solana and AVAX and Matic is, let's say you want to throw a couple $100 at the project. If you're trading on ETH, a couple $100, you're going to pay half of that in gas, right? So you're not even getting all your tokens, right? When you're trading on these other blockchains like Solana, AVAX, and Matic, it's costing you pennies on the dollar to trade. So the majority of your money is going towards a trade and not necessarily going towards gas. And that's what I think is going to drive these blockchains, to be successful, and Ethereum to kind of take a backseat until sharding comes out and they're able to optimize them gas fees. Ethereum's got a problem, right? Their gas is just too damn high, right? They have a problem. Yes, they're the granddaddy of meme coins. People won't launch over there. People will sell over there. People will buy over there. I'm still over there. I still buy over there. I still sell over there, right? But I think that's going to continue to go down until the sharding upgrade comes out. Doc quiet this morning. Doc's probably still in bed, man. Doc's probably still in bed, brother. He was probably up all night on a space. He's probably still in bed. But GameStop's one to watch, guys. Bone's doing well today. It did well yesterday. Pepe did quite well yesterday as well. Not bad for them. Steady rise up a little bit. Stewie's doing great. Stewie's absolutely doing great. Starting to mint these green candles every single day. That's what you want to see. We're gonna leave that one alone. We'll leave that one alone. Leave that one alone. Where do we want to go? Maine's doing fine. It's hanging in there. Definitely. They need something. They need something going on over here. Jupe is definitely doing well as well. Like we said, it was up yesterday. Looks like it beat this red candle down from yesterday, and it looks like it's getting ready to start the day on an upward movement, upward trend. I do think that Jupe is going to be successful in the long run, guys. I think that Jupe is one of these ones that you have to shake these airdrops out, right? You got to shake these airdrops, all of these free tokens out of this project before it really takes off. And I think it will take off. It's just a lot of people are using it. It's gaining popularity over there on the Solana blockchain. It's definitely gaining popularity over there. So I think if you have it, it's more of a longer term hold and not a quick flip. If you don't have it, you can kind of kick back and see where the floor on this thing is gonna set in at, and then you can get in. I have not touched Solana chain. Why do I feel like it? It's if you haven't touched it, you probably should at least go over there and try it, man. I mean, they did have an outage yesterday, which was a definite negative on them, and that's been the knock on Solana all the way, from the last bull run. It's been the knock that they've had outages. Hopefully, like I said at the beginning, hopefully this is a one-off. It's not something that keeps happening. But if you haven't traded on Solana, AVAX, and Matic yet, you should go over there and at least experiment with them, and try your hand at a couple tokens. GameStop is a good one if you want to just get in something and get out of it and know you're not going to get rugged. But just throw a little bit of money at it. Get yourself familiar. because in the bull run, you never know what's going to happen, right? Solana, AVAX, or Matic may be the chain that absolutely goes to the moon, right? That's where all the meme coins are at, and that's where you want to be. So you kind of want to know what you're doing before all that happens. Laughing out loud, not doing some real estate. Oh yeah, Doc's on his real estate business right now, man. Work might be yeah, I had to go, Doc. I had to go to corporate yesterday, man. We can talk about that one later. But yeah, I spent all day at corporate. That's why I wasn't on space. So, but yeah, so definitely Heat. You should try it, man. Even if you try it with just a little bit, man, with just a little bit of money, don't get left behind during the bull run because you didn't try it early, right? Um, and you're going to be surprised at the fees over here on Solana. I think on Solana it cost me like on average about 30 cents to get in and out of a trade. On AVAX, probably maybe a little bit more, maybe like 50 to 60 cents to get in and out of a trade. And on Matic, I think I paid like next to nothing. It might have been 20 cents to get in and out of a trade. It was literally pennies on a dollar. It was absolutely nothing Heat. Like when you look at and then you go back and trade on Ethereum and you look at paying 20, 30, $40 sometimes in this sideways action, and then when the bull market comes you're looking at paying 150, $200 per transaction, right? Big difference, big difference, right? So people are just sick of that crap, right? um so uh Stronghold, I suggest if you guys haven't looked at this project, just look at it. Just go have a look. You might be surprised at what you guys see in your research. This project is the first payment solution system on Chaka. Good morning, brother. Good morning, Chaka. Good morning. This is the first payment solution on XLM Stronghold. So if you haven't looked at this project, it's been around for a while, but they're starting to work with IBM. It's endorsed by Stellar. It's endorsed by XRP as being the payment solution on XLM. It's endorsed by all of them, and they're holding the chart pretty damn well over here. This is the ERC20 side, but you definitely can buy it on the XLM side as well for pennies on a dollar. I own it on the Ethereum side, but if I was really smart and really thinking, I would have owned it on the XLM side. I just didn't feel like opening up another XLM wallet. So we got Pork, guys. The Pepe fork here. Pork, it's doing okay. It didn't have the greatest day yesterday. It minted a red candle yesterday. Didn't have the greatest day yesterday, but you know what? When you look at this thing on a day chart, it's actually been on a nice little run. There some profit taking going on here, and it looks like it's starting to bottom itself out again and getting ready to go on to another run here. So Pork is actually hanging in there, right? It's hanging in there. It's doing its thing. Um, I had put out a question on X yesterday. Can we get to a $500 million market cap? Right, that's the question for Pork, regardless of what everybody's saying, right? The goal was to pass Pepe in market cap. They accomplished that, right? They did that, right? Now can they get to a $500 million? Everybody's talking about a billion, a billion, a billion, a billion. First of all, you can't get to a billion until you get to a $500 million, right? So the goal really now for me with Pork is, can it get to a $500 million? Can it get to 500 million, right? Can it hit that mark, right? And then you can start talking about a billion. You can't even utter the words $1 billion until you get to a $500,000, right? I mean, a $500 million. So if like, we got to get there first. I think it can. I think this project definitely can get there. Paulie's going to throw some money at it with Pondex and all that stuff. He's going to throw some money at it. When they got up to the Pepe mark, you know that they were pumping the charts. That was their goal, right? So you know that that's going to happen. Who benefits off of that? We benefit off of that, right? So is there something wrong with projects coming in and pumping the charts? Absolutely not. We benefit off of that, right? As as project holders, as people who hold tokens, completely okay. Um, as long as you're taking profits on your way up, nobody should have a problem with that. But you got to understand that when a project pumps a chart, ultimately they're going to sell that too, right? But that's why you have to take your profits. You have to know that. You have to be willing to take that risk, right? You got to take your profits. Don't get caught holding the bag, right? Basically is the motto for 2024. Don't get caught holding the bag, right? Don't get caught diamond handing a project to the point where you become exit liquidity for everybody else. We've been there before. We've looked at that stuff, and let's not do that again. Jasmine, guys, 2 zeros 5165. This thing, lockup's coming, right? When? It's going to come in the first quarter of this year. So it didn't come in January, it didn't come in February. Look at February, look at March. Is that lockup time period is getting ready to roll out, right? So Jasmine definitely has a couple catalysts getting ready for the layer 2 blockchain to roll out, getting ready for the wallet to roll out, getting ready for all of that stuff to roll out as far as the Jasmine project goes. You guys, this thing's an easy 10x, if not 100x, right? In the next bull run, this thing's easy, right? It's an easy call. This thing was sitting at $4 at one point, right? So that's an easy call for a 10 or 100x. Community's absolutely massive over here at Jasmine, right? Massive community, massive project, massive developments going on over there, and already massive adoption, right? You're looking at the devs that were working over here that are coming from Sony. They have connections. You're starting to see these connections unfold already. Massive, massive, massive rollout when it comes to this layer 2 blockchain. This is a blind man could call this 10x, right? Like, this isn't rocket science. When you were already at $4 and then you released the rest of your supply, took your price down, you're going to get to 50 cents. You're probably going to get to $1. You may, you're probably going to get to 50 cents, right? Which is 100x, right? Think about that. That's 100x just to get to 50 cents, right? That's an easy call. That's easy. Blind man can make that call. You don't have to understand anything about TA to make that call. That's just a common sense call right there, is all that is. So definitely. Myro, guys. Another one. I don't think Myro's dead yet. I don't think the legs are gone out of Myro yet. I think there's something left here. I don't hold a ton of Myro. I did leave a moon bag behind, but I do think that there's something left here. The same with Punk A. I think there's something left here. These guys are starting to build some stuff out. I left the moon bag behind. We're gonna see where it goes, but I think there's something going on over here. I think there's something brewing over here. We're gonna see. But I definitely don't think that they're dead yet, guys. Definitely don't think that they're dead. But GME, guys, this thing over here on Solana, running, baby, running, and been running. Launch is starting to run again. So go check it out. Go check out GME. And if you haven't traded on Solana yet, this is should be a good safe play for you to go over there and test out Solana Heat. I would suggest getting in some of the safe plays before you actually go into new launches and stuff on Solana. Definitely would check out some of the safe plays over there. But definitely, man, Solana, AVAX, Matic are blockchains that are just rolling out meme projects, man, and they're rolling them out, and you got to know how to trade on these things. I'll tell you guys straight up, I don't download all these different wallets, right? What I do is I download the SafePal wallet, and inside the SafePal wallet, allows me to trade on all of these exchanges, right? On all of these blockchains right inside of Solana. It has the dApps already built in, right? So I don't have to go, I don't have to add the network, I don't have to add the dApp, I don't have to do any of that. It's all right inside SafePal. The only thing I have to do is figure out which dApp I want to use to do my exchanges on what blockchain, and it's laid out by blockchain. It'll say Uniswap and Solana and Matic and all these other ones. It'll give you a list down of what the dApps are. It saves me from having to go to MetaMask, integrate the network, um, make sure the network's integrated, and then flipping through all of these wallets or using the Phantom wallet or downloading a new wallet like the Phantom wallet. I just use my SafePal wallets, and it gives me everything I need to trade on every single one of these blockchains. As long as I have the Matic in there or the Solana in there, I'm good to go. I'm with you. Heat. Heat. When will the next blockchain happen? When will the next blockchain happen? And how long will it last? I think that we're setting up, Timsky. If you look at it, right? If you look at it just from a common sense standpoint, right? You have Ethereum as the mothership, right? You have Solana that's gaining popularity, right? And more people are launching over there. And then you have AVAX, who's running in second to Solana, right? And you have Polygon sitting here, who's starting. Polygon is very small, right? When it comes to launching meme coins, launching lower market caps. Very few of them over there, but they're trying, right? They're trying to gain that popularity. Cardano has launched a couple as well. Now, I don't think that Cardano, their main focus is meme coins, right? I think the volume right now is in meme coins, so they're launching a couple, right? But I don't think that their main focus, that's their focus of their blockchain. But I think it's going to go Solana AVAX, right? I think them are the two that'll stick around and stay when it comes to meme coins, when it comes to new projects, when it comes to new launches. I think that them two right there are going to lead the way, and none of these guys are going to overtake Ethereum. They're never going to overtake Ethereum. Ethereum's always going to be the number one blockchain when it comes to launching things. One, because it's so easy to launch on Ethereum. Two, because there's so many people on Ethereum. And three, just because they can just rug the shit out of people, right? So I do think Solana and AVAX are going to eat into some of this market share, right? But as soon as Ethereum rolls out its sharding, where it lowers its gas fees and it increases its speed, right? As soon as Ethereum does that, I think what's going to end up happening is, why would you launch? Here's going to be the other problem with Matic, right? Why would you launch a project on Matic after sharding or any layer 2 that doesn't have an additional use case outside other than just launching tokens, right? Why would you launch on a layer 2 whose main objective is to roll out projects if Ethereum during its sharding period is actually going to be just as cheap to trade on as a layer 2 and faster than a layer 2, right? Why would you launch on a different blockchain, right? That's going to be the layer 2's issues moving forward. And when we get to sharding, if that's true, if what Ethereum's saying is true, that they're going to be just as fast as the layer 2s and just as cheap as the layer 2s, then where does that put your layer 2s? Where does that put your layer twos? You know, that's the problem. Ricky, hi. Kelcher, good morning. Uh, markets will pick up, but markets will pick up. Let me fix this chat. Markets will pick up, but another massive hit to the markets feels around the corner. Heat, I think that the markets are going to go down before they go up. I don't think it's going to be a black swan event though. I just think you see the markets just trading sideways, right? And it's been trading sideways for a while. I do think the markets are in for a little bit of a downturn, right? So, but what do we call a downturn, right? Bitcoin, if it goes back down to 35K, is that a big pullback? Like when you come from 20K, is that a big pullback? Like, I don't think so. If Ethereum goes from 2,300 to 1,800, is that really a big pullback? I don't think so. I just think that that's us taking a step back in the market before the halving, before the next before the next big run. I think that that's going to happen. I think we will pull back. War, who knows? Blackouts, blackouts. Yeah, I mean anything could happen. I think something's going to happen, but I do think the markets are going to pull back. Ricky, good morning, brother. But yeah, I do think the markets will pull back. I do. I think that I think that we're going to be in a situation where, before that halving comes, right? We're definitely going to. We're going to see. We're trading sideways now. Here's my expectation. Heat. I think we'll trade sideways, and we're going to dip probably right around to that 35K Bitcoin right before the halving. And then I think at the halving, you're going to see a lot of FOMO. And what usually happens after a halving? Well, you end up usually with 2 months after is when you start to see the effects of that, right? So my thought is 2 months after is when we're going to actually start to see this steady move to the upside that we're not gonna we're really not gonna come back from at that point. At that point, I think we're gonna be in the super cycle. I think we'll be in a super cycle at that point, and that's going to be all you need. So I think that's where we're headed. Love your morning, Crypto Daniel. No, man, thank you, man. I appreciate everybody being here, man. Um, I'm actually trying to do something really fast while I talk to you guys, but I definitely think that the market's not. I mean, it's the average cycle, right? If you believe in the cycles of crypto, right, the 4-year cycle, then you're gonna know. Then you'll believe that the market's due for a downturn before it goes up, right? You'll realize that. Um, there we go. There we go. I just took care of it. So if you believe in the 4-year cycle, then you're gonna believe that we're gonna go down a little bit. We'll be happy. We'll be happy with that. That 3 trillion market cap. We had in 2021. Yeah, I think so, Selmo. I think after the halving, right? Here's my crazy prediction, right? I'll go out on a limb and give you guys the crazy thing that I'm looking for, right? I see this market going back down to about a 1.57 trillion dollar market cap, right? So basically, us losing about $10 billion, right? Right before the halving happens. And then I see as we get closer to the halving, within a couple weeks of the halving, I can see FOMO coming in and us getting back up to this $1.7 trillion market cap, right? And then as the halving happens, all the way up to a couple months, I can see a steady increase, probably up to a $2 trillion market cap, right? In 2 to 3 months after the halving, I can see us hitting the $3 trillion market cap. And from there, just being on a rocket ship for the next 24 months. So when we look at this as it's currently laid out, right? And the only reason I say that is because that's usually the 4-year cycle. That's usually how that 4-year cycle works, right? If you take them percentages, right? And you look at that. So I'm kind of prepping for this $1.55 trillion market cap. And then us going on a rocket ship. But I can see us hitting a $3 trillion market cap a couple months after the halving. I really can. And that's 24, right? That's going into that late 24, and us being really on that rocket ship early 25, right? So I think that's where we're headed. That's how I see the market. That's where I see the market moving. That's where I see these cycles going. That's where I think we're gonna head, right? And the key to that is a lot of the projects that we're investing in now, right? These short-term plays, they're not gonna make it past this 1.55 trillion dollar market cap. It's just they're not gonna make it. They're gonna fold up. Yo, DG and the DG's big watch dude. What's up, my brother? What is up? What is up? What is what? What is up? Uh, most of us in here, most of us in here can can retire. Yeah, can retire. I hope in the next 2 years. I agree, man. Me and Doc talk about this a lot, man. This next bull run, right? It should retire. It should retire anybody that's been in cryptocurrency for this bear market. If you were in cryptocurrency and you were buying in this bear market, this next bull run should retire you. It should put you on a beach somewhere, chilling, right? Because if we can make it, my estimation is that we're going to be in a super cycle. And we talked about this before. I see $10 trillion coming into the market, right? I see our market cap being at 10 trillion, right? Some people say 30 trillion. Some people say 5 trillion. I say 10 trillion. I think that's conservative enough where we can hit it. It's nice. It's conservative. It's somewhere in the middle. It leaves room for institutional investors growth and retail investor growth at the same time. Just at 10 trillion. If we get to a $30 trillion market cap, I understand that that's big institutions just coming in and taking everything over, right? So that 10 trillion gives a little bit of growth for the institutional investment and the retail investor to come in and be able to make some plays, right? But if you were buying during the whole bear market, a $10 trillion market cap should retire you. The first bull run I watched did nothing. Did nothing. The second I fumbled my bag, but behold all the I mean, I can tell you the first bull run I did the same thing. I watched. I was in the stock market. I sat back, I watched, I observed, but I didn't really partake, right? The second bull market, right? When everything took off, right? I didn't make as much money as I should, right? As I should have, right? I should have been retired in that bull market, but I fumbled some things around. I was moving some things around, made some mistakes. I made some mistakes about holding on to some projects that I shouldn't have held on to during that bull run. All the signs were there. Should have got out, moved my money into different investments. And then we went into this bear market, right? In this bear market, learned so much about how we messed up that last bull run, right? Learned so much. Really started to surround myself with people who were, I don't want to, they're not like minded like me. So we challenge each other, right? We go back and forth. We challenge each other. So some of the issues that we had in that last bull run kind of challenge each other not to make them again and become better traders. And this bear market, for as long as it's lasted, I've actually welcomed it because there's been so much education that's happened um, throughout the whole cryptocurrency community, right? There's been so much that's happened, so much that has gone on that a lot of people got so educated in this bull run. You're going to see people even make more money and even become more wealthy. But here's the downside to that. He What you see right now in the meme coin season that we're in is people aren't holding the bags anymore. People are getting a 2x and they're getting the hell out of these lower market cap plays, right? They're getting the hell out. Why are they doing that? Because they learned from the last time that we were in meme season that you do not get caught holding the bag. You make your money, you get the hell out, and that's how you play it, and that's what you do, right? So you don't see these meme projects running like they did in the last meme season because people have learned. They've become smarter investors. They become better investors. They're watching out for their own pocket. They're not getting caught holding a bag. They're not letting these devs catch them with their pants down. They are literally getting their money and getting out. And what's the one thing that we preach right here all the time? Take your profits. And that's what people are doing. And other people are getting so pissed off that these meme coins aren't running up to a million and a $1 billion market cap and stuff like that. That's because people have learned. Um, they have learned not to hold the bag. Pepe is a prime example. Pepe will be here during the bull run. Pepe will run for to a 10x during the bull run. But how did people get wrecked in Pepe? They got wrecked because they held it to $1 billion. And what happened when it got to $1 billion? The devs dumped on you. That's what happened, right? So people learned from the last meme coin cycle not to hold that bag and not to be exit liquidity for the big wallets. Uh, what impact do you? What do you impact do you think the Bitcoin having? The Bitcoin having will have a huge impact on the bull run, but you won't see it until 2 or 3 months after the halving. That's been the cycle, right? If you look at all of the Bitcoin halvings, you go back and you look at them. When was a real true effect of a Bitcoin halving? It was the FOMO, the run up to the halving, and then once the halving happened, people didn't see much, right? It just kind of traded sideways. Nothing changed, right? And then all of a sudden, 2 to 3 months later, you start to see less and less and less and less Bitcoins being mined, right? Less and less and less and less. And then you've seen that skyrocket to the top. If you go back and you look at all the 4 year cycles, that's exactly how they played out, right? You don't get this big run up to the halving and then on the halving date get another big run up. You get a run up because people are FOMOing in. You get sideways action. You get a little bit of a down, and then you get a skyrocket to the top. And about 3 to 4 months later. So if that's how the cycles have worked, will the cycle now that's we're going off of prior data there, right? And in that prior data, we didn't have the ETFs, we didn't have all of these other things going on. So will that cycle play out the exact same way this time? I don't know, but I'm going with it. I'm saying yes. I'm saying that that cycle is going to play out exactly like it's played out in the prior bull runs. We'll see though, right? But I don't see anything that's out there right now that changes my mind on that cycle changing. You know, the ETFs, they didn't take off like we thought they were. They didn't have the impact that we thought that they were going to have, right? Um, so I thought maybe that would change the cycle, but it doesn't. How will XRP be in? How will XRP be impacted? XRP is going to run with um, it's going to run with the market, right? When you look at XRP usually runs with the market. So as the Bitcoin, as money starts to flow into the market, it usually flows in through Bitcoin and through Ethereum first, right? So when we talk about getting to that 10 trillion, $20 trillion market cap, most of it's going to come through Bitcoin and Ethereum first. And then one of the reasons on here we look and see what season we're in so much, because what you'll see is you'll see the Bitcoin dominance start to come down, but the market cap will be going up, but the Bitcoin dominance will be coming down. And if when the Bitcoin dominance starts to come down and the market cap starts to go up, that means that money is now starting to flow through your altcoins. And that's where XRP will start to get its impact and its effect, right? Now, XRP can boost this impact that they're going to have on the bull market when they start to roll out the US payment solution system, right? So if XRP literally can go on its own separate run, separate from the market, just based off the news and the implementation and the rollout to the United States payment system, right? So they can go on a separate run outside of a market run, right? But usually that's how this thing works, right? Is Bitcoin dominance will go down. These things will start to flow through about the top 200 to 300 meme coins, right? You'll see them all start to run. They'll all start to get big influx of money. And then people will start to take their profits out of here. And that's where you'll start to see them roll down into DeFi, right? So DeFi is that third leg of a bull run. You're going to get your Bitcoin, Ethereum run. You're going to get your altcoin run. And then you'll get your DeFi run, right? You'll get your DeFi run where people start to take profits out of here. They'll move them into more speculative plays, more risky plays. They'll move their profits into them. And then that's when you'll see your meme coins, your DeFi, and all that start to run up. So it's really a three-legged stool, right? That when you talk about a bull run, right? So, but what I think is going to keep this bull run moving even longer than other bull runs is ISO 2022 in the utilization of cryptocurrency blockchain technology in the payment solution system, right? So with that, I think XRP will get a boost there as well. I think they're going to get two boosts in this run, right? I think XRP will get a boost there. Chainlink definitely will get a boost there. XLM definitely will get a boost in that situation. Stellar XLM I will definitely see a big leg up in that run as well. You're going to see a lot of these ISO utility tokens start to get that ISO run, right? They're going to get that next ISO run, and there's the fourth leg of your stool, right? So the first leg is Bitcoin and Ethereum. The second leg is probably the top 250 to 300 altcoins. The third leg is the DeFi space, and that fourth leg to the super cycle that we're going to go in with this big influx of cash is really going to be the ISO coins and moving the financial sector. That's that four-legged stool that's probably going to happen in late 2024 into 2025, which is going to keep this bull run moving a little bit longer than what was previously done in a bull run. But XRP literally could go on its own run if it doesn't botch this United States rollout, right? if they can get this thing rolled out quickly and rolled out effectively, XRP can have its own run, separate and distinct from Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the altcoin run. It can actually run early. It can run early, set a new support level higher than that 50-cent range, going up into that dollar range. And then when the bull run comes, it can actually take that second run with the bull run and move up even higher. That's funny how all of the ISO hype has been died down. Yeah, it has been died down. You know why it's died down, Big Watch, is because it's not hot topic right now, right? But where it's a hot topic is in the banking industry and in the financial industry. They haven't dialed that talk down. We've dialed it down here on YouTube. We've dialed it down here on Twitter because it doesn't get a ton of views. It doesn't get a ton of interaction. It doesn't get a ton of that. But the people working behind this financial sector of blockchain, they haven't dialed that down. And you're going to see it start again if XRP can get this United States payment solution out. You'll see everybody talking about it. XRP will be the hottest topic on YouTube. It'll be the hottest topic on Twitter. Everybody will be talking about the ISO coins again. Everybody will be talking about XRP. Everybody will be talking about this stuff again. Why? Because it gets clicks, it gets views, and that's what they chase, right? Most of the people that'll be talking about it don't even own it. So that's why we cover it all the time here. We own it. We in it. We're in it. It means something to us, right? It means something to me, Big Watch. It means something to you. It means something to Selma. We own this. It means something to Junior. We own this. We own XRP, right? So damn it, we got to know what the hell is going on. But yeah, but you'll see it. If XRP can get that moving again, you'll see that whole ISO conversation start to develop again. It'll start to come up again. It'll start with XRP. It'll roll into XLM, because believe it or not, XRP and XLM are connected in more ways than what people realize. So it'll start to roll into them too, and then it'll start to roll into the other ISO coins. People will start to talk about them again, and they'll become a hot topic again. But the key is, don't worry about whether they're a hot topic or not. Worry about whether you own them when they're ready to run, when they're ready to take off, whether you have a bag of them or not, because they're not going anywhere. It's happening. It's happening. I mean, Janet Yellen just called for stablecoin regulation because stablecoins are getting ready they're just taking over the financial sector, right? USDC, USDT, all of these guys are taking over the financial sector. So Janet Yellen's even saying we need regulation. These guys are taking over, the banking system. I mean, you look at MetaMask and Robinhood, right? I had an article pulled up. We're not going to get into these articles, right? Because I'm running out of time, right? But you look at where'd it go? It's up here somewhere here. Right here. You look at MetaMask and Robinhood, they just had a partnership, right? Why did they have a partnership? For onboarding and offboarding for onboarding and offboarding your money into MetaMask. Onboarding and offboarding your money into MetaMask. So now you can onboard and offboard through Robinhood, right? Right into MetaMask, right? Huge partnership. This is all about onboarding and offboarding your crypto, right? Utilizing what? Crypto and stable coins. Stable coins are taking this big step forward. A lot of people are kind of like sleeping on stable coins and the impact that they're having on this market. But when USDC being the biggest impact on this market, they're really starting to take over this onboarding and offboarding process with these stable coins, and it's really hurting the banks. It's really starting to hurt that financial institution bank system, right? So they gotta find a way to deal with this situation from a stablecoin perspective. Janet Yellen sees it, right? And she was up in Congress yesterday saying, gotta regulate these stablecoins first. You guys are so worried about this whole cryptocurrency industry, you're missing the stablecoin piece. got to get regulations out here for stable coins. Why is she saying that? Because stable coins they play a big role in what's going on right now in the banking institutions and taking over that banking institution. So, it's coming. And a lot of that stable coin, I say that because a lot of that stable coin stuff rolls into the ISO conversation, right? It rolls into that ISO conversation and how we move money, how we're going to move money, how things are going to happen, how things are going to roll out. A lot of the stablecoin discussion, it rolls right into that ISO discussion. So the market is setting itself up for a monster run. It's just a matter of here. It's just a matter of whether you believe that it's going to set itself up for a monster run. You hold cryptos that are players in this monster run, and whether you're ready to hold out for the long haul or whether you're in it for the quick flip and flip, right? If you're in crypto for the quick flip, then you probably should put most of your money in meme coins and see if you can make a 10x, 100x, 1000x and get out, right? If you're in it for financial wealth and long-term wealth, then you probably should be playing around with the majority of your money over here in the top 150, right? If you're looking for generational wealth, long-term wealth, you probably should be playing around over here in the top 150, right? With about 90% of your money. If you're looking for that first $1 million and then you're done, you probably want to go around and put most of your money in meme coins because you're probably going to get wrecked 10 times and you might hit once. But you're only going to hit for, a couple million, and you're going to have to live off of that because you're not going to have any more money to invest. So, with that, guys, I'm out of here. I got to get moving. I gotta get back to work. Spent my day yesterday in corporate, so that generated a whole hell of a lot of work for me. So I gotta go get on that and get that done. It's been a great morning stream, man. It's been a great time spending with you guys for about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes, man. Great conversation this morning. Didn't get a chance to get into the news because we were just talking about bull runs, markets, things like that, which is absolutely fine with me, man, because I would much rather talk about that stuff than go through picking through these articles and talking about these little things here and there. Not that they don't matter, but it doesn't. I would much rather just talk to you guys about a bull run, right? And how I'm setting myself up and what my thoughts are on it, right? So with that, guys, be safe today. Know that the market's probably going to just trade straight sideways for a little while. Be used to it. We're going to hover right around this, 42.7 to 43.1 range on Bitcoin. We're just trading sideways. Some tokens will move, some will trade sideways. But pay attention to how Solana bounces back today from its outage too. How does the market react today to Solana's outage? Does it give them a big boost up, a big run up because now they're back up and running? Or does the market still make Solana pay the price for that outage and keep these guys suppressed at $95 or even lower, right? So pay attention to how the market's going to treat Solana, based on that outage, only because Solana has a history of outages, right? So let's see how the market treats them today. Looks like it's sitting at about $95.47. See if the market keeps this thing suppressed down here and doesn't allow it to run back up to $100, or whether or not they allow it to run. So that's a big one to watch today. And pay attention to XRP in their news, right? When are they going to have that roundtable? You got ETH Denver coming up, where they're probably going to announce a little bit more about their United States payment system. Pay attention to XRP, because once they have a plan and that plan sounds legitimate and that plan sounds like they're ready to roll things out relatively quickly, you could see a run on XRP. Just pay attention to that. How far will that run go? I don't know. There's a lot of people that have been holding XRP for a long time that will probably be looking to get out on the next run. So just pay attention to the news, pay attention to the run, and see where it goes. I hold a ton of XRP, so I'll be paying attention. So with that, guys, have a great day. Be safe. Be safe out there. Invest wisely. Invest smart. Really try to build your bags for this next bull run. It's not about what's happening right now. It's all about what's going to happen in that late 2024, 2025 year. Build them bags. Build them in solid projects. Play around a little bit with these lower market cap tokens. We go through them every day, but definitely do not be FOMOing into these lower market cap tokens with all of your cash. Me and Heat just talked about this morning about how we fumbled some of our bags during the last bull run. Don't fumble your bag during this bull run. Don't fumble. Don't put the ball on the ground, man, because if you do, oh, man, I don't know where the next bull run is going to take you. So don't fumble your bag this time, man. Hold on to solid projects. Even if they're down a little bit, hang on to them. They'll bounce back. As long as they're solid, they're going to bounce back, right? So with that, guys, be safe out there. Be smart. I'll get back at you guys on Friday morning, man. You guys have a great morning or a great night or a great afternoon, depending on where you're at. And appreciate all you guys, man. And you guys have a good one and be safe, man. I'm out.